to show you at half-time between Wolves and Southampton, but there is a few things to discuss after that first half. But first of all, before we get into it, why have we not seen the best of either team?
Well, they've cancelled each other out. I was surprised that Wolves changed their system. They haven't changed it for years, it seems, under this manager. Playing with a back four, it's very difficult to get used to when you're playing season after season, playing in a certain way and then going like that. They've nullified Southampton in many ways. Southampton normally play and flood the midfield and get bodies on the ball, but they've pretty much gone man for man in there. And there hasn't been, I mean, we'll have a look at a few of the chances in a minute, but there hasn't been, the game needs a goal badly and then it'll open up, I feel. But there's not been any real clear-cut stuff that you think, wow, it's a sitter. Few chances that you think, yeah, that could have opened the deadlock. But it's been a frustrating game, let's say, so far. Bit of quality, but both sides can do better. Yeah,
you're right there. No goalless draw between these two sides since 1981, Karen.
No, hopefully we'll see goals in the second half. I think like Mark said, we're dying for a goal. But I just don't think, again, is the belief in the 18-yard box. Just that clinical edge. Usually you see it from people like Danny Ings, who's missing. He just hits it and it's hitting the back of the net. I haven't really seen that conviction from Jimenez, from Wolves. Haven't seen it from Che Adams or Armstrong. Probably had the best opportunity of the game, which we might see shortly. But I just don't see any belief that either team wants to grab the game by the scruff of the neck.
Both teams certainly missing key players in this game. But let's have a look at McCarthy, because he made some wonderful saves in this first half.
Yeah, he did. This was a good save, but he was the master of his own downfall, because that should be pushed out wide. He's pushed it back into the danger zone. But he saves himself. It comes straight at him, but he makes himself big, and it's a very good save. Again, you're expecting him to save that one. But he's got to be there. He's got a good reaction. He's got to push it out of danger. So even though you expect him to save it, he's still got to do it, and he made 3 good saves there.
Absolutely. But what about some chances for Southampton then? I mean, Theo Walcott had a very good chance, didn't he?
Yeah, he did actually. He did probably everything right in terms of trying to get it across the goal. And it might, if it comes back out, Che Adams could have been in for the rebound. Was there probably enough power in it? I'm not so sure. He tried to do it. The execution just wasn't fully there. Again, another chance. I think this is the best one of the game in Armstrong. He has to hit the target there. You're clean through. I think that's the difference of the back 4 to a back 5. I think that Wolves weren't quite used to it, and he ran through in that third man run. But he has to hit the target, and that should have been 1-0.
We did actually see Che Adams and Theo Walcott combine very well in the previous game. How did this team get more out of them?
Well, I'm not Theo's biggest fan when it comes to playing down the centre. I think he's more of a wide player. Of course, needs must. They're losing their main striker, and the manager likes playing 2 up front, so Theo's getting a run up there. He made a cracking run for his chance earlier. The only problem is when you get the ball quite late like he did, it's almost forcing you wider and wider. By the time he's shooting, he's facing the corner flag, and he's got to kick it back towards the back post. So it wasn't a gilt-edged chance, but Theo's at his best when he's got space to run into, and if Wolves play deep, then it nullifies his presence. And of course, having the 2 up there, combination play is what you need, but it's not really practiced so much in training nowadays. I mean, when I was coming through, everything was about combination play of strikers. Now you play so many times with one up front. We'd like to see a little bit more combination play between them.
Well, let's talk about an incident that did happen in the match, Karen, and there was a handball shout. What did you think?
I actually felt it was a handball. I felt that it didn't hit the top part of the arm, which is usually you're allowed. I felt it was below the T-shirt line here. Clearly for me, it was below that top of the T-shirt line. But I think what saves him perhaps is because his arm is in a natural position. I'm not sure he can move it anywhere else. He tries to pull it out, and the referee's view in there, it looks like he's hit the side of his stomach. And personally, though, I felt he was quite lucky.
And the key point being there, do you think the fact that he tried to pull his arm away meant that it wasn't given?
Key point that it's within, his arm is in a natural position. What's going against him is it travels a fair way, so he's got time to move it out the way. I'm probably siding with it not being a penalty, but to be honest, if it had been given a penalty, I wouldn't be complaining.